pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item, approval of the November 6th business session minutes.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, approval of the bills list.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Next up, public comments.
One at a time.
Seeing none, we'll move on. Is Margie here this evening?
No,
Because I got the fund balances, but I didn't do anything else because I thought, well, she'll report out. I think you've got that in your package.
yeah, she's got, yeah, she sent the report in the package.
Everything is under budget so far.
Yeah, I think it's reflecting what, 60 days into our fiscal year, so yeah, everything is.
Yeah.
So that's the admin and finance report. Public health and safety.
Another busy month. I'm still working on trying to confirm a date with the Walmart No Grow for our shop with the cop. They've not given me a date yet, but we're planning on doing that. And our crash patrol car from the pursuit and shooting, they surprisingly decided to fix it rather than total it. So it's over at the body shop being fixed now.
Wow.
And that's all I have, other than I think we finally got our combat money.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see that account's got $76,795. Park board. Planning and zoning. Public works.
Okay, on the meters, the number of estimated bills were 58, manual read meters were 80, non-function are 72, but good news is our order come in Monday, so we'll be able to get these, go and start getting these all repaired, and hopefully get back up to 100%. We haven't, one of our plow trucks had to get serviced. Then Joe's got a deal to come up here about the salt beds. They were not taken care of, and they were in bad shape. They're not broken, not operable. Yeah, and we're gonna have to look at a different way to get it repaired. We can't get it repaired, but to replace them because the salt that ate up, they weren't cleaned properly like they should have been. And
It's line item 2 on the new business discussion.
And then, last thing I got is on the wastewater treatment plant, we fired up the reed beds Wednesday, yeah. And got that, so everything's working there good. Everything worked like we wanted to do, so.
What does non-functioning meters mean?
Not reporting.
Yeah.
they're not functioning. So we have 80 manually. Does that include the 72 non-functioning?
Yeah. And the other 8 or whatever it is probably, too high, too low, and so,
Well, but then we still have 58 estimated.
Yeah.
So that's 138 that aren't working. How do we only have 72 non-functioning?
But the 58 that estimated,
I assume we're estimating because they're not functioning.
yeah, that's probably the
That's
72.
covered in that same.
72, yeah.
We just break it down like that.
To Kyle's point, I'm sorry, Mr. Lee's point.
That's your fine.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, because it would look like that there's 138 or something in there, just by virtue that if not working means not reporting, but then there could be some that we're not doing anything. I mean, if we don't have any then that are not doing anything. I mean, all of them are
No,
collecting
there's
data
some
on
that's not
something.
doing anything, that's why we had our supplies come in to replace parts that went bad on it. Or-
That's the ones we're estimating is because it won't read whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, we, the system, I mean. the-
Oh, they will, you can manually read it,
Yeah,
we just
but
don't
you can't-
get there to do it.
Yeah.
And all these non-functionings are still out there, or some of them in the shop already?
Oh, it's still out there. Still out.
Okay.
We was waiting on the ETRs, which is the unit that sends the signal to City Hall. Most of those bad. We waited for everything to get the person, they finally came in on Monday.
But they could all be handwritten. They're all
Yeah.
functioning, they're
Yeah,
just not
we have-
sending the signal.
Yeah.
Separate hand reader.
Yeah, that's all.
How do you know when they're not working?
The green
You
light
get a list,
turns.
you get a list that says no report.
Okay.
You print it off and then that's.
I'm
where
just
it goes.
curious.
And the green light turns red.
Okay.
You haven't seen the map since Joe's office? You pull up on the board?
You need to look at that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anything for fairs and festivals? All right, that'll bring us to old business. Bill number 25-10, ordinance number 1105, an ordinance amending section 300.5, selection of applicants of the city of Buckner, Missouri, personnel policy to allow department heads to determine which testing requirements to use for employee screening. I think you should have seen the email from Mr. Felzine with the new language that will be added to that ordinance. I don't have the actual typed ordinance. Do we need that?
It's in the packet.
Okay.
It's right below the
Yeah,
email.
it's right below the email.
Oh.
But the email first, so
Oh,
you
there we
can
go.
see what
There
the
we go.
changes
Yeah,
were.
so you can see what it looks like. The essence was is that ultimately, the city manager has the ability to override the department head. If the department head says, I'm not gonna screen you, Joe can say, yeah, you still need to screen him. Otherwise, it's at the discretion of the manager. And we need a motion.
Motion
We
to
did the first,
suspend.
no, didn't we do the first reading last time?
Yeah.
So this will be the second reading, or do we?
Well, I don't know, technically, we
With the
changed
new language.
it, so I don't know
Oh,
that matters, you know what I'm
So
saying?
then, yeah, so then I guess we'll suspend the rules.
Motion to
So
suspend.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
So second reading, bill number 25-10, ordinance number 1105, an ordinance amending section 300.5, selection of applicants of the city of Buckner, Missouri, personnel policy to allow department heads to determine which testing requirement to use for employee screening.
Motion to approve and roll call.
So, I guess I want to discuss this a little more, can I? Is it too late?
We haven't voted yet.
Okay. So I know that you got one more person on that, but still, how will that keep it fair? Like what, the discussion that you had with that, how will that actually make a difference?
Well, I think my impression would be is that if I'm putting you through the ringer, or maybe I'm not, I'm Mr. Leeds, I'm just gonna tell him that he's gotta go do the physical fitness test and drug screening and everything else, and I like you, so I'm gonna just say, come on in, and Joe can say that's not equitable. You know, you both, assuming that you both have the same experience, the same everything else, that they should be treated equally. It just basically, I think, protects us from a manager. And it's not about, I mean, I trust the chief and I don't have any issues with him or
Get that.
Joe or anyone else,
But does it protect the city as far as not screening somebody we should?
I think it, I mean, it should create a check on the manager so that, I mean, I guess they could collude to not.
And it was more of a, let's say we hired a new officer and he just came from another department where 3 weeks ago he'd already been drug screened. It just,
Well, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I think doing that 2 or 3 or 4 times is ridiculous too.
You may take, like I said, the junction is not nothing, it's what.
I brought it up, and it turned out to be a bigger deal than what I thought it was, because everything has to have a hook in it, but the reason I brought it up was, when we hire officers, if they just had a psych eval done for Great Valley, we have to turn around per the policy and do it again for $600, where I could just get their report. My opinion is everybody needs to be evaluated the same or we would be in trouble. So everybody gets polygraph, everybody gets a psych, and everybody gets the drug screen. But if you just had one of those 2 weeks ago, why should we pay another $600 to have it again? That's why I brought it up.
And
I was just trying to save
okay with
the
that, and
system.
that's kind of the language I was hoping to get. That if they'd already had the screening somewhere else.
Well, and I think that would be, you know.
You understand?
That's the part of the discretion,
They can,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm
they
saying?
have the discretion, you can say, hey, you just had this, I mean, you'd probably wanna see it, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not enough to just say, I had one, I wanna see the result.
I got you.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second? Second. Roll call.
Alderman Jones.
Aye.
Alderman Fry.
Aye.
Alderman Ross.
Aye.
Alderman Walcott.
Aye.
Alderman Weeds.
Aye.
Alderman Lewis.
Aye.
Next up, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding Fund 20. We talked last time about whether to make an extra payment on the building. We could cut down the interest, or we could take, and I don't know, I mean, it sounds like the weather's gonna get a little uncooperative, but we could, in theory, use that Fund 20 money to fix the street, and give us 60,000 or so if we were really wanting to do something on Hazel back there right now.
Well, I know that everything I've been reading said that there's another, what the Arctic cyclone or whatever is gonna start moving down, and December's supposed to be cold, cold, cold. So how much street work we're gonna get done like that?
Do we need, in the potholes that they filled it's doable. They fixed the potholes that were really deep. I mean, it's doable if you had to get by.
I was gonna say, I mean, I don't know that I'm super excited about it, even if we had a couple of 70-degree days and paving people could get out here and get it down, and then we're gonna go right behind it and throw salt on it, and it's gonna
It'd be best off
wait till spring, so.
As bad as it
We just go
was,
ahead and get the contracts going, get everything going, so the first day of spring come get it.
as bad as it was, they did a good job of fixing those potholes.
And just for a dollar and cents reminder, how much are we saving if we put that extra payment down?
It's gonna be about 80,000 over
Yeah,
the
that's a
life
good
of
chunk of
the
money.
So, yeah, I mean, if we put an extra 40 down now, we can get almost a 2 to 1.
What, yeah, we're getting ready to buy 2 salt spreaders too.
That would come out of.
Come out of different,
fund.
okay, all right.
Mayor,
Yes,
does
sir.
it matter when we apply that to a principal?
I would probably do it in December, because that's when our payment is, and you can apply it.
If they won't take it any other time?
Oh, yeah, I think we can do it anytime.
I didn't know if it'd be wise to wait a month or two or whatever, if that was an option, so.
Yeah, and the good news is we're past there was some language in there that if you did it the first, I think, 3 years or something, there was a penalty, but at this point, there's no penalty, and you can pay it whenever. It was just,
Okay.
I mean, or we could vote now and pay it in January or something. if you wanted.
Yeah, that'll bring it up again.
Oh, that's also true.
I mean, I think it's a good move, because it takes a lot of money in the long run.
Yeah, it's like, mine was just the sooner we pay it, the sooner we start saving.
Well, I'm good whichever way you all want to go, whatever the pleasure of the board is.
Thank you. So is there any appetite to pay down extra on the building?
Just to further Jimmy's discussion, this is just in case something bad happens, was kind of your thought, yeah.
Yeah, say, and that Fund 20 is restricted to capital assets, so it, depending on what. Where we at on Fund 20?
We don't have a Fund 20 balance on here, do we, Joe?
No.
Fund 20 is 112,852. And the payment's like 49,000.
45,000. So that pays all, every 6 months, of January and December.
So it'd be an 80,000 pay. What, how much more do you want to put in there to make it
Well,
90,000?
if you paid 40, I mean, you could double it up. I was just gonna pay 40, but I mean, you could
Oh,
double
okay.
it up and go 90. And that would, so you'd make a little additional savings in there on
Yeah, I thought that's what you said last week.
Do we want to wait a month or so and make sure like this truck that we just got is what we think it's gonna be and then we're set? on
We
that?
can, but I don't think we could use Fund 20 to pay for a truck.
That would be.
No, that's a different fund.
It is capital, but not a capital improvement.
So I'm trying to think what that might run into, you know, emergency wise, what we need that for the next month.
Wastewater treatment plant could have something that goes kaput, I can see that there. The building,
Yeah.
We had that water line freeze up out there at
Yeah.
the time, and we don't get lucky, and it turns into a disaster. The water tower falls over. But the
Anybody
good
else
news
look
is it
into it?
generates about, I think it's about $8,000 a month is what it generates.
Do you feel comfortable with it?
I do, I mean, we did it last year, it's just trying to make an extra payment a year, get it paid down sooner, so that then that money we could put toward the bigger project down the road.
I'll motion to approve it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
What was the motion? For 40?
Good for 40.
For 40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Discussion, consideration, possible action regarding purchase of salt spreaders. I saw there was some, I think I saw, was there one that was plastic and then there was some that were metal?
No, they're all plastic. We did apples to apple. Like we said, we took the salt spreaders down, one of them took it up to the truck, took it down to our mechanic to have them go do it to get them ready for the winter time. The mechanic called me couple weeks ago, last week, said that the gas-powered engine that runs the spreader itself is seized up because salt got behind the tank and got into the engine and locked it up, so it's ruined. The gearbox, he said he had to put a 2-inch pipe wrench on it, heat it up, and still couldn't get the brake loose. The gear and the sprockets were all gone, damaged. So what he said that it was gonna cost more just to fix the salt spreader than to buy these new plastic ones. He went out and did some, got some bids on this plastic one, and these plastic ones, they slide in the same size at 2.5 yards, same size as the stainless steel one. They have no gas-powered engine in it. It's electrically driven off the engine off the car, so we don't have to worry about that engine locking up on again or all that. Plus, like I said, when the guys are plowing, it's just a little small fire force strand motor, so it holds a gallon of gas, so you going back and forth all the time, gas filling it up.
Wow.
This would be electric. Like I said, he got several bids. The one I would like to go to, if you guys would approve it, was the one for Green Valley. It's $70 higher than the ones from Kansas City, but they're local, they're right here down in Green Valley. And so,
What is stainless steel? You keep saying everything's plastic, but this says it's a stainless steel hopper.
well, you talking about the text message one?
The ITU?
Yeah. There's two bids, there should be 2 bids on that sheet.
Yeah, this one's a stainless steel hopper.
Okay.
So one's plastic and
Yeah.
one is stainless steel.
Yeah.
And stainless steel is actually the cheapest one. But that's not the one you want to go with. We want to go with,
Plastic ones.
So was it just a matter of preventive maintenance that kept those things from?
Same reason why the bids on the trucks are listed out.
So I went down there to Andy and I looked at it and he showed me where it happened and what happened. If you don't know how to properly clean it, you're not gonna clean this spot because it's like a little slit in between the motor and the hopper. And I mean, if you don't lift the hood up and just spray directly at that spot, I didn't even realize how much damage it can cause. And it rusted all the gears in the motor. And, I mean, everything is locked up tight.
Is that something that you take a pressure washer to, or
Yeah.
like a pump sprayer, or what do you?
The bad thing is like 2 years ago, I set the count blue beacon. For that purpose, I told them, the guys, to take it, when they get done with the snow bed, take it to blue beacon, have it power wash the inside out and all that, and it didn't happen.
when was the last time we bought new sprayers?
I've been here for 10 years, we've never had it, it's been the same spreader since I've been here.
What's the
Advantage, disadvantage of the plastic over the stainless steel.
Rust.
Won't rust.
No buzz.
Stainless for, it just eats it up, it
Yeah,
don't rust.
yeah,
It won't rust, but it'll still eat it up.
yeah.
There's
Like I said,
plastic holds up to the cold.
Yeah, we'll start
Well,
breaking.
yeah, well, Dawson talks to some guys that do it for a living that has these pipes and they love them.
And a lot easier, you don't have to worry about corrosion as much. Parts
As
are
far
a
as-
lot cheaper.
As far as the $70 difference, over time, we're gonna save on gasoline that we're not using to fill these up since they're hooked straight to the motor, so.
Do they run off the, I'm guessing they have an electric motor and you run them off the alternator.
Yeah. And, there's a 2-week lead time on this, so that's why I was gonna get this on the agenda to get it going so that we can get here in time for it.
And these will work with our existing trucks or,
Yeah. You know, like I said, mechanics just want to spec these out and he's want
They'll slide right in.
to slide right in.
After that, we should be set, ready, ready for the colder weather.
What about just, I mean, I know it's past that, but is the beet juice ready to go too?
Yep.
No,
Put a
no,
banjo
new truck.
pump on it. I'm sorry?
the beet juice will go in the new truck.
Yes, we're doing
Yes.
a new truck. That's why we got that three quarters of that for.
So if our existing plow doesn't fit on that truck, we still have to buy a plow for that truck?
Yeah, we will need a plow.
So we're not done.
No,
Is
we're
it-
not
Unless it
completely
fits.
done.
Well, I mean, really, that'd be up to you guys' decision, but we could just go without a plow in that truck, that'd just be strictly for splitting the beet juice down, because we got the other two trucks that have plows on it.
Well, there might be some adaptation
Yeah.
that a welder can
I'm
take
hoping,
care of.
yeah, like I said, we're gonna, that's another thing, we're gonna pick up the new truck on tomorrow, so.
But it'll be, I mean, am I wrong? It'll be our best truck, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to drive the best truck.
Yeah. Don't give me the points.
Our funds okay for all this?
Oh, yeah. We got 80,000 in the street fund, that's where we're coming out of. And that's even after pushing in the truck that we got.
Yeah. Motion to approve these spreaders from Green Valley.
Hey,
All in favor? Any opposed? Discussion and consideration possible action regarding Yates Electrical proposal for electrical work at the wastewater treatment plant. I think there's an explanation there.
And, well, the first one is for the new flow meter. It was not included in the bid package for the new bid system. And so Jim Ross contacted me and said, hey, look, it was included, so if you want Earthworks to put it in, they're gonna charge you extra, it'd be a change order to the package. So I was like, well, no, we can hire our own electrician, we got electricity we use all the time down at the treatment plant. So we got hold of Yates Electrical, and what it's gonna entail is they're gonna have to physically ride the new meter, flow meter out. And this is a meter that after it leaves the pit, it goes into the new VP fields, it goes to this meter so we can know how much we're discharging to each drum, and he's gonna record it and send that into the county and state. It's gonna require digging a ditch, trench for the meter pit vault to the UV building and hooking it up into the circuit breakers at the UV building. There's plenty of room there, they got extra slots. To do that, it's gonna cost $4,380. Now, like I said, we could have Yates, we could have Earthwork do it, but they was gonna tack on to that too, so we cut that to benefit by doing this way. And it hasn't been done, so we gotta get that meter in there.
So this flow meter and aerator's parts,
Huh?
Yeah, they're
flow
part-
meter and aerator's parts, and then electrical's labor,
Yeah.
The
right?
aerator
No,
separate.
no, aerator, just for the aerator to install the flow meter, that's gonna be 4,000, these are two different bids. That's gonna be $4,389. The second part of it is, in the original design of our treatment plant back in the 80s, when it was designed and built and all that, the biological tank with the sludge is stored at right now is not aerated. These rebid system, the sludge has to be aerated to keep them in solution. So me and Bob went on Iowa Water Association website, and I found 3 aerators that was at a old sewer lagoon in Russellville, Missouri, outside of Joplin.
Outside Jeff City.
Anyway, they were selling all 3 of them for $1,000. So I went ahead and purchased that. We went down, and the guys went down, got and picked them up, so we got the brand new, 3 new areas. My thoughts was we put one in the tank, keep it stored up. We got one as a spare, and at one time, and we still may do it later on in the future, we thought about putting one down in the inflow pump station, keep that all stood up too. So anyway, we got 3 aerators for $1,000.
So they're already bought and paid for.
Yeah, they would about pay for it. And so the 5,460 is to install those aerators into the sludge pit.
And that's our electrician again.
Yeah, that's our electricity again.
And so, we don't get bids on our electric work anymore.
We've been using these forever now.
I get it, I just,
Yeah.
you know, I'd kinda like to have some bids, even if we are gonna use them. You know what I mean?
We have multiple reed beds.
Yeah, there's
4 of them.
Yeah. Like I say, you guys are welcome to come down for a field trip then. They are done. All the thing they got left to do right now is they put the gravel road around the reed beds. But the reed beds themselves are done. The plants have been planted. And like I said, we turned it on Wednesday. It works perfectly.
And we'll have one flow meter,
Yeah.
so he'll have to know which one. he'll
Well,
have to keep.
all we got to worry about is how much flow.
How many gallons
basins.
will put now? That's
Yeah.
what the one that, how many
Yeah.
gallons?
They don't care what reed bed. They just
Oh, they
wanna-
don't care?
No, they just
No.
want to know how much gallons we are putting out into the field.
And we have no other flow meter in the plant that tells you.
Not for that, no,
Not-
this
not
is brand new.
sludge.
They just forgot to put it in the bid, but they did.
Yeah, but both these things got
Yeah,
forgotten.
yeah, well,
Well, that aerator was never, that's something we wanted to do to keep it in solution.
But I thought you said you had to have it for the.
Well, that's what I said we had to, but it wasn't part of the bid package. It was just after we started getting the reed beds put together and all that, and we started talking to the person that designed the reed beds and provided the plans. He said, "Man, you really need to get air into that tank." So he's trying to think of a way, how can we get air into that tank?
And it's actually air, it's bubbles.
Yeah,
It's a bubble system.
yeah. You see that
Yeah.
lagoon systems, the water system,
Yep.
where they got that
I
tank.
fell in one of
goes
those.
up and floats on top.
Well, they said I should have never rose because the air keeps you, makes
And
you
so like,
wait.
so we had to figure a way to get the air in it, and this is the cheapest way that we can figure out. Like I said, the air is cost $1,000 and then put them in.
And I may just be a little slow this evening, but it's got the aerator at 5460, but you said we got 3 of them for 1,000.
Yeah.
This
So.
is,
But those are already paid for.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
price
so-
you're
okay,
seeing,
So we have this, the $5,000 one plus 3
no,
more.
5,000 with electrical work.
that's,
Just
yeah, that's
all
the
the-
other run.
plus
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah, we made pushes to the area, so it's just 5,000 just to hook them up. And they're gonna put a various speed boat on so we can control how much air we put into it.
These guys, what do we use them for? The electrical service?
Yeah.
What else do we use the electrical people for?
Oh, that truth plant
Yeah.
right now.
Probably we've had a treatment plant, we've used them, and I've dealt with them for years, and they're a good company, they're dependable, and they're more likely to underbid anybody.
Do they specialize in this? In plants or just electrical service?
Yeah.
No, just electrical, yeah, they're.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all when I say that. I just wanna,
Yeah.
just throw another bid in there
Sure.
if you would next
Okay,
time.
yeah,
I appreciate it, yeah.
no problem.
And we're sitting okay money-wise to do this, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got some of the loan money.
Okay.
Motion to approve the 8s for both?
Motion to approve, you said.
Motion to approve it.
Okay.
All in favor? Any opposed? Discussion, consideration, possible action regarding the purchase of turkeys for employees. That's something that we've done over the years, but I don't remember ever bringing it before the board.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Something that ought to be discussed. I don't,
My thought was, are you actually buying turkeys or you giving gift cards to whatever stores that sell turkeys?
no, I would think that we'd want to support local business, so, and I know that creates some angst amongst
Yeah.
some part of the city's population, so I didn't want to just say, head on up to Thriftway or Dollar General and get them, but on the other hand, I
Right.
didn't necessarily want to say go to Blue Springs either.
You could use a Visa gift card. Go.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily supporting local business.
I agree, but I'm saying, as opposed to,
And I guess you don't have to support local business.
no,
I like supporting local.
I do too.
I'm with you.
And by accounts, that place is getting a lot better.
That's
hired some people that used to work there, and, there was a guy that used to help manage the store, his name is Jim. He's back, I hear their meat cutter's back. And it's, I've seen some people singing the praises on Facebook too.
How many employees do we have?
Well, we have 15 employees, but only 10, excuse me, only 10 of them.
Count.
Once, because I knew that'd be a question, so I went and asked them, I said, hey, who wants to be, do that?
I must have missed that email.
No, I can get some feedback.
And I mean, do we put there, you know, that we're only gonna buy up to a 12 pound or?
Well, yeah, it was whatever you guys want to do, yeah, I mean.
You know, they don't wanna buy a 50 pound.
No, yeah.
They won't have
The
that.
last couple times you gave me, let me like, say, don't spend more than 250, don't spend more than 200, whatever, you know.
I don't even know what a turkey.
I don't
is.
either.
$24.
Okay.
Depends on how big they are.
That's 12 to 13.
Yeah, so if we go $250 for turkey allowance, then.
Very little, well, very little higher.
Yeah.
I don't know what size,
Yeah.
I got mine at price chopper, so I don't know.
So you said each had it for like $327.
Yeah, that should work.
I don't care, what'd you say?
No, if you wanna go, whatever money thing you wanna put on there's fine with me.
How about not to exceed $300? That
Okay.
gives you a little wiggle room.
Yep.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion not to exceed 300 per turkey.
Okay, is there a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Turkeys for everyone.
Don't wanna be a.
I guess they want to dress, you know.
I did
Should
have,
buy little top hats.
I do have something I wanted to just kind of revisit. I got a call from a gentleman, actually last week, but I thought it was selling something, so I just sent the voicemail. And it turns out that he's a person that does rehab on older homes around town, and I think he rents them out, sells them, I don't know what he does with them. But he had a concern about a property that I think Mr. Walcott had dealt with several times with dump trucks parked in the street and blocking people in their driveway. And this gentleman was concerned about code enforcement. I said, we really don't have full-time code enforcement. But he just indicated that he would be willing to do that, not necessarily full-time, but if we were looking for like a part-time person. And I said, well, what do you want? He said, you know, I'm not really worried about the money. He's wanting to invest in the city, but he wants to make sure the city is keeping properties up so the values would be there. I mean, obviously, anybody that owns a home, you don't want the guy next door to you letting that thing turn into a rat's nest. Potential conflict of interest, I think, but, you know, I thought it was, we're passing it along. He seems reasonable. Again, we could call him in for an interview or something, but I was thinking if you.
He's interested in the code.
Code enforcement. Because he does work in Buckner, Blue Springs, Green Valley, Odessa, there, Oak Road property goes down. He just says he feels like, you know, the growth is coming out this way, Buckner's well positioned, but he brought up some good points, and I think you brought them up before, was that there's an individual that's storing potentially harmful material in a residential neighborhood that can contaminate our sewer and create some EPA risk for us.
I don't know how we haven't been able to take care of that already.
And I have talked to Joe, and we were supposed to be looking at making sure, because I think he's at the very least not zoned appropriately, which would then mean that we could revoke his business license, and then we could then go, because he'd be operating a business without a license. It would create kind of some steps that we can start looking. I mean, I don't know if they make like a boot for a dump truck, but I'd let him come out there and find that there's a boot on it.
The only code enforcement I you know, it's just how far you go with.
Right, you don't
know,
want to be
and so I know.
somebody out there with a ruler measuring your grass.
Well, and there's my rub on that.
Well, that's a discussion to have with the code enforcement individual.
Well, and
But once you give it to him,
well, I did tell him, I
You
said,
know,
I think that, we're not Overland Park, and we don't necessarily aspire to be.
it's within reason. It's
Right.
country living in the
Right.
city, which is why a lot of people like to be here.
Right.
And you can't get that anywhere else. And so,
We'll still let you change your wheel in your driveway.
it's those freedoms are pretty nice, but like the one in question is way overboard.
Right.
And then there's others that are way overboard, for sure.
You recall the gentleman on Park who gravelled his entire yard, so.
But how do you feather that one way or the other without
Well,
people
we can
getting
also work
upset?
with the judge and make sure that they understand, that, we don't want to go to the nth degree, but the egregious stuff, I do think that this, property, we've got to come up with something, because I do think it creates a liability for the city if he's got
Yeah, that's
hazardous
true.
material sitting there in his yard that, as this gentleman observed, was that there was a barrel that looked like used oil or something back there, and, you get rain, and then that thing starts floating it up, and then.
Well, he
it runs out.
power washes his equipment out on the street, and the diesel fuel just runs down the ditch.
So, we gotta do something to, and I don't know, Chief, didn't we put, our public works, we put up some no parking signs, and then he cut them, well, it was a lead.
Now, we give him personal invitations to our court system several times for the parking and cutting down the signs. I hadn't heard about the oil or whatever he had in the backyard, but
Did he show up?
yeah, he came to court and I think he got fined, I'm not sure, it was under Judge LaGrasso.
Oh.
Yeah, if you talk to some of the neighbors around there, they'll tell you a whole lot more than I can tell you.
Well, as I say, 2 or 3 running backs from IR, and you got somebody in free agency bringing them for a look. So,
Well, I mean, I definitely think you've got to have a code enforcement, but right now, what do we have? Just the complaints? Is that how we do it? Just no complaint system? I would like to know how it would look before we.
Yeah, in my mind, I was thinking, hire somebody for like 8 hours a month or something like that, and they could just drive around town and look, and if we had something that we needed to have officially evaluated, and he could either come and make it, if he's already out here working anyhow, he's self-employed,
do we get him a fancy code enforcement badge to hang around his neck?
JD took that. It's gone. JD took that with him.
Danny, with it.
I'm all for that.
He had a badge.
Yeah, I knew he did.
I'll get
Keep
one.
finding.
Okay.
Shocking.
Yeah.
This is just information, but to let you know that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the individual responds to these things. But his chief, is he like crazy or?
He wasn't happy to see me. But it's not the first one to not be happy to see me. But the good thing about the way the ordinance is written here, they give 15 days to fix whatever the problem was before they have to come to court.
Yeah.
So I realize you don't want to go overboard and be like Overland Park or anything, but I think that would kind of squash some of that, and people have a chance to take care of it before they would have to even worry about any other kind of consequence.
Because I don't, it's hearsay because I haven't witnessed it, but it was alleged that like the school bus can't get through there now because the equipment's over there in the road or on the edge of the road where the bus can't, maybe.
Yeah, I get phone calls from the school district all the time saying, complaining about it.
So I think we.
And I'd say
It's
right
awful.
now, Dalton is kind of running it right now, but Dalton is really good. They go actually talk to homeowners first before he even issues it. They say, hey, look, can you get this cleaned up? And then if he don't see no response, that's when he comes to me, and that's why I send out the letter in his name and send it out to him.
Yeah.
And I give him a 15-day clock. So we try to work with people before we just
Hit him.
hit him with
Yeah.
this thing.
Cause yeah, you put notices on their doors, right? Like for.
Well, he actually goes through and talks to them.
Yeah, I mean, if I have the opportunity to talk to him, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, he's not
I
shy.
just
I
know
mean,
it's
it's-
the yard guy, that
Right.
I've heard conversations about the yard.
Yeah, they will, but in the past, they put notes on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we try to work with people first. We don't just slap them to find them out the bad. Or, you know, we try to work with them first and give them a heads up. And then if we don't see anything going on, then that's when we start escalating the procedures.
So that was the one item, and then the other was, is that we had mentioned last time, there was a sunshine request, and that continues to be ongoing. The gentleman, I guess, now is saying he'll take electronic documents instead of paper documents, so he doesn't want to have to pay copying fees, but you still got to scan the things, which is still going to put activations on your.
Yeah, that's, somebody's gonna do it,
So-
so, come out of their side.
So the legal folks are dealing with that. I don't really know what his end game was. It's for the betterment of the community is what he said, so we should waive all of our fees.
No.
But it's a pretty substantial request for data, so, just so that you know what's going on with respect to that. Otherwise, hope you all have a great Thanksgiving and are able to spend it with your friends, family, folks you care about. If you have nothing else,
I did not get a copy of the packet this month. Can you email me? I was not included.
Are you using your city email?
I wasn't on your.
He wasn't on the mail string.
Yeah.
He was, several
Please
couple
send
people
it
were on
over.
the mail string.
Just.
Okay, I thought I did. I'll make sure.
It's fine.
And if you guys want to, I can include, not in the packet itself, but the next meeting, I picked a mail off the.
No, that's
balances
fine. I just didn't get it. I just
too.
want to make sure.
But yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought I had it on there. That's okay.
Joe, I was just following up, did we get that fixed with, so people could go online and pay?
Yes, it got fixed finally just yesterday, in fact.
Oh, okay.
And that's another thing I'll bring up real quick. We didn't do water shut off this month because of that. It was like, it was last Friday,
Yeah.
last Thursday, Friday, up to yesterday, nobody could get online and pay. And it was, I didn't even know, it was in those phones, something's going on there. And so we just.
Was that part of that, the shutdown?
yeah, I don't know, that's what I was gonna.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you're saying yes, that you were questioning.
But yeah, it's fixed now, but.
Okay, good. And then the second thing, it's a question, at the park, so I run by there a lot. Looks like the bridge is pretty much done, and how they changed, how they changed the exit now?
Yeah.
Where it's just the one lane and you're not driving around? Are we gonna put like a guardrail or something there? Cause that seems like.
That's the only thing left on the bridge. They ordered the wrong guardrail.
Oh, okay.
So they were gonna wait until they got the guardrail, but my guess is they got told it might not be for a while. So then they said, go ahead and open it up. Yes, there's gonna be, where the cones are right there.
I think, man,
Be a
I think
guardrail.
this today, so.
Yeah, where the cones are.
That's all I had.
We're talking about what, moving the hut back. We don't know.
Yeah, I could see that they had full time.
What to do.
I went out to my brother's house.
We take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you, folks.
Did you see how much it moved though? That used to be kind of on the left-hand side of the road. Now it's way on the right-hand side of the road. It's like, it's amazing that where that